All right, well, we thought we were going to make it a full 8 weeks. How far did we make it?
7 weeks.
7 weeks. So we made it 7 weeks plus 3 days. So we'll say 7.5 weeks. But remember that when we got them, we were estimating that they were about 4 or 5 days old. So I think that they have made it a full 8 weeks. So we're going to say that it's 7.5 to 8 weeks. Last time we weighed them 3 days ago, they were pushing 9 pounds. They were 8.5 to 8.8 pounds on average. We're going to do a quick weight pre and post so we know where we're at before harvesting them and then after our final weight. All right, well, we looked up a whole bunch of different ways of dispatching chickens, and the most humane or the most, pain-free, easy way to dispatch a chicken. And we found that everybody seems to be moving towards the trend of using the killing cones. So the bird goes in, it basically holds them secure, the head comes down, and then you dispatch the chicken that way. That way the chicken isn't going to be running around, it's not going to be doing anything crazy, and then it's going to drain out easy and cleanly down the bottom. Cool? Mm-hmm. All right. All right, well, what we've got set up so far is we have our scalding station, we have our killing station, and then we have our processing station. So we've got the water going to 150 degrees on the turkey fryers, basically is what I'm using, propane, and then we've got the killing cones in the back. We're going to harvest them back there, and then the drainage will go right into those buckets. I put a little bit of water in those buckets as well. That way, it doesn't just stick and make a mess in the buckets. It's easier to clean afterwards. And then we'll move over here to the, cleaning station. And that's where we're going to get our pluck on. And then we're going to throw them into the ice water to chill them. And then we will vacuum seal and wrap them after that. How much does that say, Julia?
It keeps changing. Wait.
Okay, wait. Okay, go. 8.6 pounds. All right. 8.6 pounds. So we're going to take the weight before we dispatch, and then also we're going to get the cleaned weight on them too. All right, so the best way to hold the chicken is upside down. It calms them down, and they're going to go in inverted into the cones anyway. So Joy had a good idea not to make a mess of the fence and put a bunch of bags. That way it'll just at least keep the mess contained. So we are at 9.2 pounds. So 8 weeks, 9.2 pounds. These birds are definitely above average. I think we fed them real good and took care of them real good. So, all right, let's keep going. So we got a 9.2 pounder. Jackson's you okay with this? You're good? Yeah? You sure? Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're not going to show the actual act. Okay, you guys can look at that anywhere on YouTube. That's not what we're about. But we're going to put them in the cone, and then we're going to dispatch the chicken the way we talked about. And then after that, we'll keep on moving. Ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. So put her up in the cone, straight down. Okay, the next part is chickens have drained, and it is now time to scald them. So we have our pots to 150 degrees, and then we're going to give them a little cool water shock. So the scalding is going to allow the feathers to release, and it'll open the pores. And then what'll happen is when we put it in the colder water, then it'll tighten the skin. The feathers will still be able to pull out, but then when we're doing the plucking, then it'll allow the feathers to come out and shouldn't rip the skin very well. Okay. All right. I'm gonna take number 1. Which one are you gonna get? Number 2. Cool. Pull it out. Okay, you go over there. Heavy, huh? Okay. All right, so you just go ahead and I'm gonna move the thermometer. Go ahead and dunk it down right in there, but don't burn your hands. Don't put your hands in. So if you wanna come around here and take a look. So look, kind of hold the feet, go all the way down to here. Nice. So you're just gonna kind of dunk them. We're not cooking them. We're just dunking them, okay? And then you wanna swirl them around a little bit. Swirl them, there you go. Swirl them around a little bit. Keep them lower, right down in the water. All the way down, right down in there. Here you go. Okay, and then you pull them out, and then you try and pull some feathers, and it's a little bit hard to pull. Try and pull. Yeah, it's a little bit hard. Put it back in. So we gotta keep it down in there, okay? Right at that, yep, 150 degrees. Okay, see how that comes out? Okay, that one's coming out easy. Easier. Let me see yours. Pick it up, pick it right up. Yep, ready? Okay, good. Now, Julia, back up that way. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and, okay, so the feathers come out real easy. So now, Jackson, take yours out too. I'm just gonna give it a quick dunk in the cold water to shock it. All right, Jackson, give it a quick shock. Okay. Nice, 1, 2, okay. Let's move on to the plucking station. Okay. So the next part that we're gonna do is we're gonna do the plucker. Now, we are a little bummed out because our big chicken plucker that we ordered isn't coming. We can't be really upset at the company because it's quarantine time. We tried buying 3 different ones and all 3 companies were back ordered. So I was able to get a chicken plucker off of eBay from Rite Farm also, and they actually sent this thing in like 2 days. So we've got 3, 2, 3, 2. So we've got 10 fingers on here. You connect it to any drill, and let's see how it goes. First time I'm using it. Okay. Well, we've got our first chicken done ever, and we tore the breast meat a little bit, but I think we did pretty good. It looks great. How much do you think it's gonna weigh? Because it started out at, Julia, how much did it start out at?
It was,
Number one?
number 1 was 8.6.
8.6 pounds. What's your guess?
Maybe 7?
Okay, I'm gonna guess 6. I don't know. Okay, let's throw it on there and see. Whoa. 6.76. So 6.76 pounds. Wow. So we are almost at 7 pounds. You won. So almost at 7 pounds. That is an incredible bird. So we're gonna get this on ice and we're gonna keep on going.
I got a chicken. We're going to put it in the hugging cone and we're going to do some harvesting.
All right, go for it. Some issues that we ran into is the drill. It ripped open the first one and it started ripping the second one, and we're not sure if it's a water hotness thing because we're exactly at 150, and we're not sure if it's the bird's skin or what it is. So we just decided to pluck it, and it's actually going very fast because we've got 4 people just doing super plucking. So that's what we're gonna do today. We only got 10 to do. Anyway, seems to be going not too bad. You know, surprisingly, everybody in the family seems to be okay with this first situation here. Julia chose to cover her eyes. Jackson has actually harvested 2 or 3 of them already, and he's got like a really good slice. So I'm really proud of him. Really proud of Julia for getting in there. She's been plucking and she's been moving all of these chickens around real good, making sure to keep quality control, taking the weights. Joy is enjoying the plucking phase real quick, and Joy and I think we're gonna have a little pluck off here, see who can pluck the fastest, because we're doing it by hand. But yeah, these birds are doing great. Let's give it a quick water bath here. Also, something else that we've been doing is, follow me through here, is we've been plucking them, and then I harvested the first one by, opening it up and cleaning it out, but then it makes everything else wait. So we're gonna do the assembly line. We're gonna do the killing, then we're going to do the dunking, scalding, and then we're gonna do the plucking. And then I got another cooler of cold water, so all of the birds can sit in here just like fish. This is what we do when we fish. Leave them in here, and then after I will gut and clean them. That keeps the meat the coldest, the freshest, and then we put them right into the shock tank with all the ice. So that way we'll keep the meat the freshest. So Joy and I are now gonna have a pluck off. All right, Joy believes that she can pluck a chicken faster than me, and I believe her, by the way, for the record. So she's chosen the one with the legs up, and I'm just going with the next bird in line. So you have to call the gun. Jackson will do the countdown, and here we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Did you work in a chicken factory or something?
No.
I didn't even Oh. Okay.
That's funny.
All right, we've got
Winner.
like a few more little ones. There's no way. I just got slaughtered. Anyway, chicken kiss. I guess I'm doing the dishes tonight. Okay. So, I guess a family that plucks together has good luck together.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
Bad dad joke. So, did you ever think you'd be harvesting your own chickens?
Yeah, because you told us.
No, because I told you.
Yeah.
So, how is it going overall?
It's easy, but I don't like the butt feathers.
You don't like the butt feathers? What about you, Jackson? What about you? Slicing. Figures. He got his first harvest today, so I'm very proud of you. And what's your favorite part of the whole process, Julia? Could be picking the chicks out. It could be
Of everything.
of everything from start to finish.
Picking the chickens out because they look so cute when they were young. Now they're like this.
I think my favorite part is watching you guys actually learn about the whole thing and doing so good. And you guys have been taking care of them beyond well. They've been staying up, making sure that they're okay. Joy's been making sure that they're all healthy. We haven't had one single loss of our meat birds. So I think the family's done awesome. So I'm pretty proud just watching everybody get dirty, get real, and showing us how, we used to be. We used to be harvesters and growers, and we used to fend for ourselves, and now we're learning that again. So this homesteading journey is just started, and it's pretty cool. What are we gonna do now?
I'm cutting the head.
Cutting the head off. Okay. Yep.
It's like
Nice.
Oh, yuck.
Good job. You did it. Slayer. So far we have harvested, we have scalded,
Shocked.
Cold water shocked, plucked, and now it's time to
Clean.
clean, or get the guts out, like they like to say. So We've got them again in the cold water here. And we're going to do a couple things. We're going to take off the head. All right. And then we're going to take off the legs.
It's not so bad. The legs are not so bad.
Not so bad?
Yeah, because there's not a lot of blood, really.
Okay, we're going to keep those for later so we can make some chicken stock. All right. This one's great. I think this is the one that Joy plucked because there's not a single, there's nothing on it. This is the cleanest chicken of all time. So now we're going to go ahead and cut up here. All right. Because we want to get a hold of the, so what we want to do is we want to reach in and we want to find that windpipe or the trachea. So we want to take that out. And then we also want to reach up and in and get a hold of the craw or crop, basically the food sack that they like to keep their food in.
I don't like the noises.
You don't like the noises? Okay, so once you got a hold of those two things and you separate it out, you got to separate this craw from the meat. So it goes right along the breast. Okay. All right, so once you have that separated, okay. So we've got the craw and we've got the esophagus. Then you flip it around, and what you want to do is you want to cut the skin. Okay, but you don't want to cut deep into the gut. And then you want to pull it open with your hands. Okay. And then is the fun part. You want to get in there?
No.
No? I didn't think so. Okay. So now you're going to reach, well, I am going to reach up in there. And you're going to grab the bird, all of the guts inside, the heart, the stomach. Now you want to be careful in there not to rip the spleen. So you want to reach way up in there and you want to pull up and out, okay? Because you don't want to, and then you want to pull all the other stuff that we pulled, right? The crop and all those things through. Okay. So now what's left is just the lungs and the liver and the heart, which is left.
And poo.
All right. And then you'll notice that this is the end of its intestines. And there's a little bit of fat, actually visceral fat here, which we're going to undo. Okay. So that last little piece, we don't want to cut into the meat. Okay. So we're going to cut down and around the anus or the butthole. Now we do like the tail, so we're going to keep those on. Okay. And that should be pretty clean. Now the last little pieces that are in there are their lungs. They like to kind of stick far up in.
I want to see.
You want to see? Okay, look in there. See? Way up in there, stuck to the back, is the lung. So you have to grab right up in there and then pull it out. Okay. So now take this, put it into the slop bucket. So we'll give it a quick rinse inside, see if we missed anything. Okay. And there we go. We got a clean bird. So let's get a weight on it and we'll weigh them all out and see where we end up to at the end. So next thing is let's put it into the ice bucket, okay, to keep them nice and cold. So they all go into the ice bucket right after we're done with them. The goal is to keep your meat as cold and fresh as possible. And the feet.
And the feet.
Okay. All right, well, this is about 60 or 70 pounds of chicken. We've got 10 chickens. We thought that we were going to end up with like 4 to 5 pounds because that's what our reading and that's what people were doing. We made it to the full 8 weeks, or for the birds 8 weeks, us 7.5 weeks, and we're just really kind of in shock that we ended up with this much meat. So I had a great time. We're getting ready to vacuum seal them up. What did you guys like doing?
I like chopping off the heads.
Okay, chopping off the heads.
Getting the guts out of them.
You guys are awesome. Well, I liked picking out the chicks and like having them soft and fluffy. But and then we've got the
mother plucker.
The mother plucker. Yes, I got smashed in the plucking contest. I just want to say thank you behind the camera to Jason for all of the filming and videography. And anyway, we're gonna get this stuff wrapped up. It is our first journey into homesteading. It has been 2 months, and I'm proud of everybody here. And yeah, this is pretty amazing. We've got a lot to eat. We're going to wrap them up, vacuum seal them up, and then we're going to let them sit for 24 hours, and then we're going to freeze them. We're recording. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Okay, vacuum sealing time. So we're going to take the bird. We're going to stick it in head or breast first. 3.
In. Oh my god. So fat. Its butt is
It is
huge.
so big. Okay. Let the legs go in there.
Huge butt.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Hey.
In the bag it goes. Wow. Okay, let's get it cooking here. We are using an Avid Armour. We've actually had a lot of questions on what vacuum sealers we use. This is an Avid Armour. I'll try and find the link. Got it on Amazon. I've probably used it about 1,000 times, and it's been awesome. Okay, let's see if this is gonna make it, people.
Ooh, it might just.
Okay, slowly shut it. All the way down, all the way down. Lots of pressure, lots of pressure, lots of pressure. Pressure. Okay, go ahead and start. Seal. It's our first bird. We're not going to lose this one. All right, we have a vacuum sealed bird, super tight, and that's good for a year or more. Some people say up to 2 years, but these are going to be gone way before that. But anyway, it's nice, fresh, sealed. Let's finish the rest. So here's a bag of feet. Anyway, we don't waste anything, so we're gonna make stock and chicken stock and boil it down, figure it out. Nothing goes to waste, and if not, Bow Wow is gonna get a little treat. Okay. All right, well, we're gonna get all the weights on all of them and see where we end up to, and just throwing one on here real quick to see what it is. That's 7.72 pounds dressed. Woo! 7.58 pounds dressed. Okay, so our smallest one is 6.51 pounds, and then our biggest one is 7.75. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 7 pounds. and that's incredible. So I'm gonna do the math real quick, get our average, and that's where we're at. All right, well, our total was 70.64 pounds. We've got 10 birds, and on average, just move the decimal, right? So 7.064, so 7 pounds each was our average across the board. Not bad for putting in 2 months of work while we were doing the egg layers. So now we've got 70 pounds of bird, lots of dinners, and this journey is pretty amazing. What you doing?
Oh, hey! I'm just cleaning over here. So today was harvest day, so that means 10 of the chickens were gone, and now we have room. We have a house, a chicken coop for all these egg layers that we have. So the best part, other than harvesting, is no more chickens in the house.
Woo!
Go.
Like and subscribe. Make sure you smash that notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. Bye bye.